I punch your butt. I punch your butt. I punch your butt. I punch your butt all day long. I punch your butt. I punch your butt. I punch your butt. I punch your butt all day long. I punch your butt all day long. I punch your butt all day long. I punch your butt. I punch your butt. I punch your butt. I punch your.
Fair enough time again. And I've got a guest here with me.
Guess who's back? Back again. Dilly's back.
Yeah.
Tell a friend.
Hey, Dill.
Yeah?
Remember when I said you couldn't come back on the podcast?
Yeah?
I lied. How are you, mate?
I'm alright.
Thank you for coming back.
And I've brought some facts along with me as well.
Oh, bloody hell, that's awesome.
Yeah, mate.
So, what happened? The weirdness couldn't keep you away?
Basically.
You just love the weirdness?
I love the weirdness. Keep you fueled.
Just don't mind me for a minute. I'm going to have a sip of this.
The man likes his Coke no sugar.
Coke Zero Sugar. Stuff for champions. All right. What's new in your world, by the way?
Not too much.
Yeah.
But, you know, just living in my dill world, doing some dill things.
You know, dill, people used to use dill as an insult. Meant someone who was a bit thick.
No.
Did you know that?
No.
Oh.
That makes me sad.
I don't think that, though. All right. Well, Dylan.
Yes.
You've probably never listened to an episode except the last one you were on. But
yeah.
normally what I do
Yep.
is I start with a weird law.
Okay.
Would you like to hear about a weird law?
I would.
So, all across the world, laws are made by people in different countries at different levels of government. And I've got to tell you, there's a lot of really weird ones.
Yeah. There's this book of facts I have where I get all these weird facts, and it has a whole section about weird laws.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I could give that to you and you could, like, find out about some more.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That was a high five, in case you were wondering.
But before I give you this weird law, let me just ask you a question.
Yep.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because it wanted to break the law in Quitman, Georgia, USA.
What?
So, in Quitman, Georgia,
Yep.
it's quite a name for a town, isn't it? Quitman.
Quitman, Georgia.
It is illegal to let a chicken loose on the road by itself.
Why?
Well, according to Transport Safety Law Part 2, Chapter 8, it states, it shall be unlawful for any person owning or controlling chickens, ducks, geese, or any other domestic fowl to allow the same to run at large upon the streets or alleys of the city, or to be upon the premises of any other person without the consent of such other person. So keep your bloody chickens to yourself is what that law is in shorthand.
If you live in Quilton, Georgia, USA.
Quitman.
Quitman.
Quilton. Quilton is a brand of toilet paper, I believe.
That apparently loves your bum. Is from what I saw in a Coles ad.
What happened?
Oh, yeah. So we were at Coles one time, and we saw a Quilton toilet paper roll bag thing, package, and it said, "Quilton loves your bum."
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't really know what they were thinking when they put that on there. I don't think that's really a sort of thing to make people want to buy that toilet paper.
Well, I think they're trying to be cute, but it does come off a little creepy, doesn't it?
But, like, if it's kind of out of context, it's really just not very good.
Well, I think not many people would be reading toilet paper packets not in the context of thinking about wiping their bums.
Yeah, but like, why would you like display that in like huge text if you don't like?
That's really disturbed you, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, I don't feel safe
Oh,
from
dear.
Quilton.
All right, Quilton, you're on notice.
We're watching you.
Yeah, so what do you think about this law? Like, do you think that's fair enough? That they've got this law that people have got to keep control of their chooks?
Bit random, but maybe it's because they like chooks and don't want them to run over. Maybe
Yeah.
that would make a good omelette, but like, you know.
So a lot of the time when I talk about these weird laws with guests, we try and think about what the circumstances were where the law came about, right?
Yeah.
So do you think there was some sort of day where there was just a chicken infestation on the streets of the city and then just chickens going mad and running up and down the street and into people's houses and stuff?
That'd be a bit weird.
Yes, I agree.
Is it fair enough, though?
Is it fair enough that chickens went on a rampage?
I mean,
It depends.
they can be scary. Have you seen how sharp their beaks are?
Oh, yeah. Bizarrely, we've talked about chickens a lot this season. But, you know, I suppose it depends what the chickens are angry about, though. I mean, if they want sort of better work conditions,
What kind of work conditions?
You know.
Being grinded into meat?
well, yeah, or just kind of fluffier beds to lay eggs in and stuff like that. More comfy beds.
Yeah, chickens do look pretty fluffy. Chicken.
All right. Well, does that make you want to go to Quitman, Georgia?
I mean, not particularly.
Okay.
That law wouldn't really affect me because I don't really just have like a horde of chickens who like to run into traffic.
Yeah. But you could walk the streets and know that you're safe from getting pecked.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right. Now, would you like to give me some weird facts first, or do you want me to give you some first?
Scissors, paper, rock.
Sure.
Scissors,
paper, rock. No.
I win. Scissors beats paper.
But does that mean you get to go first, or you choose who goes first?
I get to go first.
Okay.
Alright, so weird fact number 1. A rat can survive longer without water than a camel.
What? A rat can survive long without water than a camel.
Yep.
How can that be physiologically true?
I don't really know, man.
Because camels are purpose built for
Yeah.
going without water.
Rats just kind of sit around and eat sewage.
Do they? That's another bizarre fact. I didn't know that rats eat sewage.
Well, mainly drink. Sewage is more of a...
Uh-huh.
Oh, that doesn't put a good image in the mind.
Why do you think rats don't need to drink that much? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't really know. Maybe...
I suppose you're right. If they're in the sewers,
Yeah, true.
then it's...
They don't need water. They just need radioactive poo.
You're watching a few too many weird shows, my son.
Weird fact number 2. Toupees for dogs are sold in Tokyo.
Toupees for dogs.
Yep.
So is that just if your dog... Like, I don't think I've ever seen a dog go a bit bald on the head. Have you?
No, I don't think it's really for that. It's probably mainly for like, oh, little dog with a little...
Oh, if you want to give them... If you want them to feel a bit special...
Yeah.
And you know, pamper them up and
No, just funny.
like a makeover.
I mean, like a toupee for a dog would look pretty damn funny.
What sort of hairstyle would you most like to see and on what kind of dog?
Maybe like a mohawk on like a chihuahua. That'd be...
I'd like to see an afro on a Labrador myself.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. And less of a weird fact than a gross fact now.
Oh. Sorry.
I hope you haven't
the rats eating sewage wasn't gross enough.
Well, that sort of just came up
Yeah,
as...
fair enough.
Well, I hope you haven't eaten anything within the last, like, half hour or something.
Just the Coke, no sugar.
Okay, well. Anyway, Australian earthworms
Yeah.
can grow up to 3 meters long.
Oh.
Yeah, I looked it up myself. Like yesterday when I found this fact, and it's not a pleasant sight.
I didn't know that. I think down in Victoria
Yeah,
is where they're
mostly,
from
I'd say.
in Australia. 3 meters though, like if you didn't know that and one of those came up out of the ground near you, what the hell would you be thinking?
I'd be thinking mainly along the lines of what the goddamn hell get me out of here.
Yeah.
What is this monstrosity?
That would be terrifying. And again,
I am very happy we don't live in like Victoria or something.
yeah.
I am extremely happy we've never seen one of those in person.
Well, we're asking lots of questions of nature today. Why do rats not need to drink more than camels do?
Why do people think that dogs need toupees?
Good question. You were about to say why do dogs need toupees, but you changed it to the more appropriate question, which is why do people think dogs need toupees?
Yeah.
And what the hell's with a 3-meter earthworm?
Like, how does that even happen? Like, the normal earthworm you see is like a couple of centimeters long or something. Like, it's... Why? Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I'm going to look at giant earthworms because I just realised that I don't really think I know what worms eat.
What, they've been eating steroids? Oh my god.
Yeah. So that just looks like a big snake.
Yeah, it's...
Yep. All right.
God. Ew. I already looked at it yesterday. I don't need to... the giant earthworm burrows through relatively firm soil up to 5 feet deep, using its muscular head to chew through the substrate
Ooh, muscular
while
head.
ingesting fungi, bacteria, algae, and other microbes. I don't think they need to eat microbes. They can probably even eat a rabbit if they wanted to. They don't have teeth. Okay, well, they probably can't eat a rabbit.
They could suck its meat off its bones through its head or something.
But they do have a gizzard where small rocks that the worm has eaten. Why do the worms eat rocks? Maybe that makes them big
It just
chunks.
tells you in the next line. Read it.
Oh. That the worm has eaten help grind up food.
Yeah. So it needs to have the rocks because it doesn't have as advanced a digestive system
Well,
as
if
you
it can
and
eat
I.
rocks, it can probably eat, like, I don't know, like cockroaches or something.
Yep. And maybe we can throw that open to listeners of the podcast. What would you like to see a giant earthworm eat? Get in touch on the socials. Let us know.
find like a giant Australian earthworm v snake.
Yeah.
I mean, the snake does have teeth, so that'd probably be a bit of an unfair battle, but you know.
All right, I'm going to give you some facts.
Okay. Let's hear my reactions to these.
Dill
They're
reacts.
probably not going to be very good.
Dill reacts to some facts.
Oh, yeah.
All right, horses and cows can sleep standing up.
Yeah, I actually knew that. I
Okay.
didn't know. I knew about horses, but I didn't know about cows.
Okay, but did you know this bit?
Yeah?
But they can only dream if they're lying down.
What?
So,
How does that work?
well, because dreams are different stage of sleep than other
Oh,
stages.
yeah, true. If you're standing off, you probably aren't in a very deep sleep.
Perhaps that's it. Yeah. So maybe, yeah, if you see a horse or cow laying down to sleep, you know that they're having a ripping dream.
Or, well, it depends if it's a dream or a nightmare. Like a ripping dream is in, yo, this is sick, or a ripping dream is in, Jason Voorhees has found you.
Just very quickly, off the top of your head,
Yeah.
what do you think a cow would dream about?
I don't know, just like, I was about to say, like, their favorite food, but what are cows actually eat? Oh, yeah, mostly grass.
Yeah.
Just dreaming about, like, a big green paddock.
Which of my 4 stomachs am I going to fart from next?
Alright.
Okay.
That I was thinking about, like, a nice cow dream. You sort of ruined that image, but okay.
Okay. Well, you were thinking about cows dreaming of Jason Voorhees a minute ago.
True, that wouldn't be much better.
All right.
wouldn't be any better, actually.
So the number 4
Yep.
is the only word with the same amount of letters as the numeral it's describing.
Wait, huh?
So
Wait, what's the numeral again? Math was never my strong point.
that's not math. That's just listening to something that I said 10 seconds
Oh,
ago.
like 4.
4, right?
Oh.
The number 4 is the only word with the same amount of
Yeah.
letters as the numeral
So,
was
yeah,
describing.
4 has 4 letters
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. How about this one? Slugs have 4 noses.
Oh, I knew that as well.
What?
I read my book of facts.
How's this never come up in conversation between us before, though?
Well, it's not a very good, like, dinner time topic or something. Especially at dinner time, that would not go down well
That's true.
for the food.
So I've got 2 questions for you. One, what do you think a slug is smelling that it needs 4 noses?
I don't know, like,
Giant earthworm poo?
sure.
And do you reckon that's why they leave a slimy trail behind them? Because they've got 4 noses, so they're extra snotty?
Ew. Gross.
A crocodile
Yep.
cannot stick out its tongue, apparently.
Oh.
Oh, that's got your interest.
No, I'm just kidding. I already knew that as well.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Come on.
I'll, like, go and get the book of facts.
Oh.
It's, like, one of the first things in the
Okay.
book of facts.
All right, well, you may know that, but do you know this?
Yep.
Who found that out? And why? And how?
Oh, yeah, no. Who is trying to discuss? Do they want to die? Like, what
Also,
do they think's gonna happen if
Also-
they're investigating that? How did they find that out?
Also, what if they've only encountered crocodiles that aren't rude enough to stick their tongues out? Well, crocodiles might
I mean,
be polite.
crocodiles, yeah. I mean, if you have, like, a list to describe crocodiles, polite probably wouldn't be on it. They do tend to eat people.
Right.
That might not make very good first impressions, but you never know. You could try it out yourself, see how it goes.
Yeah. I don't think I need to.
And that was a joke. I'm against cannibalism.
I think like a lot of animals probably can't stick out their tongue.
True.
Or if you were to try. So is there a scientist somewhere who's just gone around to different animals and trying to see how far out of their mouths they can pull the tongue? Is that it?
Well, I think there's a difference between sticking a tongue out and, like, forcibly pulling their tongue. Like, maybe
but-
it's not
but
possible for them to do it, but it's possible for someone else to pull it out because
Yeah.
the crocodile or whatever animal isn't trying to do it. because-
Correct, but that's what I mean. How do they know that? Because
Yeah.
you can't just ask a crocodile to stick out its tongue and see what
Yeah,
happens.
I don't really know. Yeah, how do they do that? How do they find this stuff out?
Well,
Like,
maybe
it'd be easy to figure out, like, the slugs have 4 noses. Just put it on, like, a table and get, like, a microscope.
yeah, and just put a bunch of pepper on the table in front of it and see if it sneezes 4 times. Listen, you're not really that sure what you want to do for a job when you grow up, so maybe you could be like
A scientist that
Yeah.
figures out if animals can stick their tongues out.
yeah. Because obviously, clearly, the work's not done yet. There's
True.
still a lot of questions.
That's true. Can a spider stick its tongue out? Or spiders probably don't have tongues.
I don't think they have tongues, son.
Yeah. Can
Yes?
a sheep stick its tongue out?
Well, see, there's a lot of gaps in our knowledge.
'Cause don't really see sheep open their mouth that much, do you? Like, only when they're chewing
Goats,
grass.
I
but
think they
can't really
can
see
because if you see a goat bleat, then their
Oh,
tongue
yeah.
kind of comes out a bit.
much. Yeah, that's a goat, not a sheep, though. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not that different, though.
It's in the
So.
ballpark. I'd say they're in the tongue ballpark, son.
Again, a bad image put in the mind. Just
All right.
a ballpark with a bunch of tongues going around of different animals.
Now, this next fact, I realised you're going to have no idea who this is, but
Okay.
I'm going to ask and see how close you are.
Okay.
All right. So, Alfred Hitchcock was an ovophobe,
I've heard of him.
meaning he had a fear of eggs.
Okay.
Can you imagine being scared of eggs?
I mean, one of my friends is allergic to eggs. You'd
yeah.
probably be scared of it if you were allergic to it.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. That's true, but I don't think that's really how phobias work. It's
he's scared of it because
in
it
his
can like
mind.
hurt him.
He thinks, yeah, it induces terror from him.
It's just like,
Yeah. Well, imagine if he was in Quitman, Georgia, and a bunch of chickens were running down the road. He'd be terrified that an egg would pop out at him. So, best guess? Who's Alfred Hitchcock? What does he do? Or did he do?
wasn't he like a scientist or something? I don't really remember.
He
What
was
was it? Like something like that.
movie director. Yeah. But he specialized in like some scary movies. So
Maybe
obviously,
you should make a horror movie about like eggs.
well, exactly. He did make a horror movie called The Birds, so that's kind of a stepping stone to that. Maybe he wanted to do
Well,
it.
it's a stepping stone is in the shape of an egg,
Well,
sort of.
but maybe he wanted to do a sequel, which was The Eggs, but just never got to it, or couldn't bring himself to face the fear to make the movie. All right. Stop
Yeah,
looking at
I
my
can't-
paper.
Sorry.
I'm trying to shock you with these.
Sorry. Alright, maybe if it's not an animal fact, I probably won't know about it.
All right. Well, you brought me a gross one, so here's one for you.
Uh-oh.
You will produce enough saliva in your lifetime to fill 2 swimming pools. So enjoy that image.
I don't think I will enjoy that image. I'll picture it, but I won't enjoy it.
For some reason, when I read that fact, the image that popped into my head was of 2 swimming pools side by side filled with spit and me just jumping into one and then hopping out and diving into the other and just jumping between the pools. I don't know.
Why do you? You wouldn't want to go in that.
It's just your brain. That when you read something, your brain just the first thing it think of. You don't have a lot of control over that.
Yeah. It's like when saliva's like in your mouth and you swallow it, it's not gross, but if it's like not in your mouth
Yeah.
and then you swallow it, you're like,
Completely changes your feeling about it.
like it's just like basically a bit colder.
It's the same.
maybe?
It's the same stuff,
That's basically just water, but
right?
weird. And it's produced from your tongue.
Yeah. So again, I'm sure they probably just measured how much is made in a day and then got the
Yeah, I
figure
don't
over a
think-
lifetime. I don't think they
Yeah, I don't
literally
think
had
they,
2
like-
pools there and got someone to spit into it every day.
No, they just got someone to like daydream and just go like
Yeah, that's right. Some 90-year-old dude.
rolling into the.
Some 90-year-old dude just go, "Oh, my life's work is nearly done."
Yes, it is complete.
Oh, I'm going for a dip.
Oh, this will probably be the grossest thing I've ever done, but I deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe imagine if you
deserve it,
drowned in
Doctor.
his own 2
Oh.
pools of spit.
Maybe they just like combined the 2 pools and made one really big pool, so they don't just have to go like between the pools.
A bolt of lightning
Yes.
can be 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Imagine that.
There was a person who got struck by lightning 6 times in his life and survived.
Really?
Does that mean he endured the pain 5 times worse than the heat of the sun 6 times in his life?
Well, it can be. It doesn't necessarily mean it always is.
Oh, yeah, true, but like,
But also,
it'd
like,
still be pretty damn hot.
yes. Yeah. I don't know how that works because, yes, you would imagine that if that were true and someone got struck by lightning, they should be instantly incinerated, right?
Yeah.
So
I saw this
I guess maybe it's just for like a jiffy. Remember you told me about a jiffy? Maybe it's
Yeah.
only that hot for a
So
jiffy.
it's just like,
Yeah. What were you going to say?
oh, yeah. Come on, brain. You got this one. Oh, yeah. So I saw this thing where it was like riddles or like test your mind, and it said every person who gets struck by lightning dies, and I got and I got confused. Then I realized they don't have to die from the lightning. They die.
Yeah.
Because everyone dies, so...
That's how most riddles work. They leave out information.
Yeah.
They
leave out information.
And you just focus on the specifics.
Yeah.
But don't focus on what's left out of the question.
Yeah. But, well, you don't know what's left out of the question, so...
Well, here you go.
You have to, like, think about it.
Correct.
Right.
Here you go. Now, you think about this.
Yeah.
Here's the most stunning fact of all. Baked beans?
Yep.
They're not even baked. They're stewed. Why are they called baked beans?
Just call them stewed. I mean, it doesn't really have the same ring to it.
Oh, so you think it's a marketing thing?
Yeah.
It sounds nicer to be called baked beans.
Like stewed beans. Yeah, it was like this thing. It was this video called People Having a Really Bad Day, and someone got like a can of Heinz Beans and they put it in a big bowl. And it was only the liquid that it comes in, and it wasn't a single bean in the thing.
What?
There wasn't a single bean. It was just the sauce.
Beanless beans.
I mean, you just got like a whole bowl full of sauce now. I mean, enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could put it on like eggs or something. That'll be pretty good.
We'll just dip some toast in that. That'd be all
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All right, well, they're my facts. What do you think of those?
Half of them I knew, but the ones I didn't know, god damn. It's kind of like...
It's a crazy
A
world.
lot of them are quite a bit weird, but some of them aren't really fair enough. Some of them are just like,
They're just there.
why?
Yeah, they're just there. What do you think? It's a bit of a weird world we brought you into, isn't it?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes, it is.
Sorry about that.
Well, it's been fun, and...
We're not done yet.
Oh. Okay, well, what else do you have for me, then?
I have a weird product, and I have a parting oddity.
What the hell is a party nodity?
Not a party nodity. Parting, as in leaving, we're parting. Oddity, as in odd thing.
Party nodity.
Party noddity, that's just when we stand across the room at a party and nod at each other for 5 minutes. All right. So the weird product?
Yep.
Somebody at some point invented shoe umbrellas. So it's a little umbrella that you clip to your ankle, and it just kind of the umbrella covers the top of your shoe.
I mean, I guess if you want to keep it like clean and shiny, that's one way to do it. But
So-
like, how about you buy an umbrella for your whole body? Because that still sort of covers your shoes.
Yeah, right.
Like, what's the point?
Well,
I mean, I guess
maybe.
if you only have the umbrella shoes, I mean, I guess you could clip it to like your head or something. Like,
Yeah,
side
but
of your
you know,
head.
if you're striding out fast, your feet are probably going to be out in the rain, out from under
Yeah.
the umbrella a bit.
Won't really protect you from puddles, though.
No.
Just kind
No.
of sink and...
So you're better off just, wrapping your whole foot in a plastic bag or something.
Yeah.
What would you think if you just saw someone with little umbrellas clipped to their ankles?
I just think, yeah, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
All right, well, I know what to
It
get
is-
you for Christmas.
When I heard of when I thought it said party nodity, I remember this game we were playing at school where the teacher we made a couple of groups of like 5 and stuff, and the teacher would hand out a bunch of sticky notes with random words that barely anyone has ever heard of,
Right.
and we had to get a whiteboard and put a real definition and make up 2 fake definitions
Right.
and put them in a random order.
Okay. That's like a...
And the other teams had to guess which one was the real one.
Yep.
And you got a point if you guessed it right, and if you're presenting and no one guessed it right, then you got a point for being smart. And our team was basically just, if it was a pretty short definition, we'd just put it there and then make like another short definition and then a really long definition
Right.
and try and confuse them.
Huh.
And some of the some of the words, they were weird. I remember two of them I got. One of them was bomber shoot,
Yeah.
which is actually another name for an umbrella.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bomber shoot. I've never heard
Bomber
of that.
shoot. BUMBERSHOOT.
Ah.
And I got hoddy noddy.
What's that?
I think it was like, I think it means like an idiot or something, like a foolish person.
Okay.
Something like that. I'm pretty sure. Maybe that was a different one. I don't really remember.
I'm going to call someone a hottie noddy next time they annoy me.
Hopefully, you gotta make sure that's the right definition before you do that, though.
Yeah,
Because you
that's
might
true.
end up calling them like a swimming pool or something.
So, I wonder why they thought umbrella needed a second word to describe it.
And they make it the weirdest word you've ever heard. Sounds like a sounds like a type of toilet paper
So, were you
made
good?
out of bamboo.
Were you good at this game?
I was alright.
Yeah.
It wasn't just me; it was my whole team.
Yeah, I understand.
But I'd say I was pretty good at it
fine.
because a lot of them were just like stupid definition, really long true definition.
Yeah, right.
And we tried to replicate that, but the long one was when the long one was actually one of the fake ones.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, speaking of school,
Yep.
let me just ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is there anyone at school you like?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. If there was,
Yes.
let's hypothetical.
Would I get a bomber shoot if it was raining?
If it was
Hold it
raining, would you
over?
bomber shoot? Yeah, open a bomber shoot over them to protect them? No. I'm asking if there was, this is hypothetical, so
Yes.
so don't get defensive.
Good.
Don't get defensive.
Okay.
What would you do to try and kind of attract their attention?
I don't know.
Would you
Do a backflip.
Oh, yeah.
Parkour.
You have to learn how to do that first, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I need my trampoline back.
Right. Would you consider throwing an apple at them?
I don't think that's a very good way to like.
Well, people in ancient Greece thought it was a good way. So throwing an apple at somebody was considered flirting in ancient Greece.
Well, I mean, you give them a nice sweet snack.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless it's like a rotten apple, like they do with bad comedians or something. Oh no, that's tomatoes. So.
Tomatoes, yeah. So the apple was considered sacred to Aphrodite, who's the Greek goddess of love.
Yep.
So to throw an apple at somebody was symbolically declaring that you love them.
Wait, so what did you say? What, like the Greek goddess of love, like liked apples or something?
Yeah, it was like the sacred fruit of that god.
Nice. I mean, I like apples, so.
And so similarly, to catch it was symbolically showing that you accept that love.
Oh, well, what if they have really bad aim and they throw it to like
Yeah,
just go, hey,
that's right.
here.
If or you've got butterfingers and you really want to catch it, but you just make a meal of it.
And you're just like, oh,
That joke wasn't intended, by the way. Make a meal of it.
make a meal, or what, just catch it in your mouth. Tasty.
Like a peg. So there you go. Yeah. Do you think... What would you do, if someone just piffed an apple at you across the playground?
Well, if I didn't know, I'd probably just go, ow, what was that for?
Yeah, that's a good question. If you hear an apple sailing through the air towards you and you turn around
Well,
and you don't know who threw it, what do you do?
Oh, yeah, right.
What do you do? Do you deliberately...
Just look around. Maybe someone will be like looking at you and like they're just like, yeah, I was the one who did it because I'm looking at you. I'm paying attention to you. I lobbed an apple to you.
That's a long sentence for someone to say while an apple's sailing through the air towards your face.
I think that's more after.
Oh,
they
okay.
get the apple.
Yeah, but it's too
But
late
what if
after. You've got to decide whether to catch it or deliberately drop it.
But like, what if you don't know it's coming and it just hits you in the back of the head?
Well,
I mean, that's the only. You can't really think that like, oh, they don't love me because they didn't really know. Just go like, apple, hey, catch this because I want to be loved.
yeah, I think thwacking someone in the back of the head with an apple is
Yeah, that won't
defeating the
really-
purpose. I think
yeah.
you need to get their attention first.
Yeah, maybe just like, hey,
Yeah,
wait, why are you throwing that?
yeah, that's right. So
It's like well, what if someone's throwing an apple at you, but they don't know about that, and they don't like you, and they're just trying to hit you,
That's right. You catch it and you go,
and then you catch it and
well,
go,
hey there. Hey.
just like, all right then, and they're like, what?
Okay. Well, hey,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much for coming on.
And if we say that I'm not coming back, don't believe it.
Oh, you're coming back next season, are you?
Mm-hmm. Well, next season?
Well, this season's pretty much done. There's only one more episode after this.
Oh, I thought you wasn't the how many episodes have you done since last time?
There's 8 in a season.
Oh, okay. So was mine the first then?
Yours was yours was episode 0. It was like an intro.
Yeah.
So it wasn't actually one of
It was like an intro, but also still an episode because
Yeah.
we had the facts and stuff.
Oh, we had facts.
Especially testing the squirming back into place. Quilton loves your bum. I go on that note.
Thank you, Dylan.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
all. I will see you probably next time. Hopefully next time because I like being on the show. Bye.
And he's off. This is an Angry Chimp podcast.